I think it's really pretty. Even though the pond is not all the way full, I think it's beautiful that the cows come down and look into the water, take a little sip, and then on occasion will look at their own reflections. This could be trouble for me. Don't know exactly what he wants, but there's also trouble brewing behind me. Yeah, there's trouble. This is serious trouble. Oh Lord. Tex would like everyone to clear out. I have a trivia question for everybody. Thinking about all of the animals that we feed at either property, which animal do you think goes through the most feed in a week? Which animal group do you think goes through the most feed in an entire week? So you have your cows, we'll just say cows. We have birds, as far as ostriches. We have all the other feathered birds. We have horses, donkeys, goats, dogs, cats, pigs. I may have forgotten a few. So which animal group do you think goes through more feed in a week than any other? And then I'm going to say this. They actually go through probably double, maybe even triple the amount of feed. So before you watch the rest of the video, I will reveal the answer at the end. But what do you think before I reveal? Say it in the comments now. All right, so under normal conditions where you're not dealing with drought, you're not dealing with any kind of harsh weather, at all, This sweet feed is what we put out for, guess what? Our cows, horses, and our goats. And even our alpacas can eat this. And so in saying so, we go through about a bag a day. That's 50 pounds a day. Now guess what? What I'm going to show you now is going to freak you out. I'm going to start bringing all of the feeds that we have to mix together to make the perfect mashup for the ostriches. Y'all ready for this? It's going to blow your mind. And this is 1 week's worth of feed. All right, so far we've only got 3 things. We're gonna have to move our cart down the aisle. Actually, we got 4 things. We have our mealworms. We need 2 bags of those. We have the oyster shells. That's what they use to break down the food in their gizzards. We have our alfalfa mix, which it shows to be rabbit food. That's our alfalfa mix. We have an all-flock pellet. We're about halfway there, guys. All right, so if you said ostriches, you are the winner. And guess what? There was 1 bag that they did not have. They're out of a certain mix that I normally would put with all the others. But we love those birds. We don't need more of them, and I'm glad that you guys convinced me not to get more of them, not to allow any eggs to hatch. And but no, it's the birds by far, guys. They go through, there's a whole lot of things that they need that they can't find out just by grazing around the pastures. So I don't know how or why they say that ostriches can't make it without all of those different ingredients. But there's not one particular feed that you can buy that has all of those things in it. And so what baffles me about that is I know there was a fella down the road from the Plum Grove property who raised emus. And at some point he was having a hard time affording to feed them all. So he let them all go in the woods behind his house. And would you believe that for a couple of years after that, these emus were still out and about? People would always spot them and talk about them. Sometimes they'd catch them in their garage. So they stayed relatively friendly, yet they somehow survived off in the woods without having the special formula of feeds that they say they require. Now, I can't say what kind of health they were in. I never saw any of them, and they may have just been barely able to make it, but they lived for several years through the different temperature changes of the seasons, and they found a way to make it, which just kind of gives you, it's a testament to how strong the desire for life to live on and adapt in many ways in order to do so. But no, we'll never be letting our ostriches run free. They will always have pasture to graze on, but they also require, well, between 3 to 5 pounds of food per day. So you take 7 birds, and let's just say 5 pounds, 5 times 7 is 35 pounds of food that we're having to feed per day. So that's why you can see, you take all that combination of mix, and yeah, it takes quite a bit of food to feed your birds. So 35 times 7 days in a week, I'm trying to figure out what that would be. 35 pounds of food a day times 7 days in a week. I have no idea what that is. I can't do it in my head. So 3 times 7 would be 210 pounds. So 5 times 7 would be 30 pounds. So 210 plus 30 is 240 pounds of food. Yes! 240 pounds of feed in a week to feed 7 ostriches. Wow. All right, there you have it. 31.6 pounds. And this here will go to the 6 ostriches in our big pasture. Then, of course, we have Carl separated. Well, hello! Carl is in the far pasture. He'll get his own bucket of feed. Hello. Hello there. You guys come to help Daddy work? Y'all come to help me work? Well, let's go then.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.